Hello, everyone. We have a special speaker announcement for our 2025 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference, which is being held this April 24th and 25th in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the DeVos Place Conference and Convention Center. This is the must-attend two-day event for real estate investors at all levels. And I have a very special speaker announcement to make today. Lee Yoder will be our featured speaker on scaling success with apartment syndications. Lee, I'm excited to hear about your topic, and thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, Brian, thanks for having me. And I'm very excited to speak at the conference. I'm honored to be, chosen to speak. And yeah, I'm passionate about real estate, passionate about multifamily. So I'm excited.
Tell our listeners and our viewers what you're going to be talking about, what your presentation is about. I think it's encapsulated in the title already, but give us a little bit more detail of what to expect.
Yeah, Brian, you mentioned this is a conference for people at all levels, and I've been through some of the levels. I mean, there's still some levels to go for me, but I started by flipping a house, then I got a duplex, then I got a 16 unit, and today we have 886 units, and we manage them and operate them. And so I've kind of been through those levels, and I'm excited to share. I love multifamily. I've always had a passion for going bigger and scaling and getting bigger properties, and I've been able to do that, but I've really done nothing special, Brian. That's why I like to share my story. Anybody can do what I've done if they want to. It's not for everybody. So I want to be honest with people about what it looks like. But yeah, I've kind of been through those levels, and I'm just excited to share with people what I did. And that way, if they want to do it, they can kind of do something similar.
And is that with a big emphasis on a syndication of apartments, or like what exactly is your content going to be about?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to talk about syndication. So when I got into multifamily, it's not how I started. I did simple joint ventures. So you can do that on smaller stuff where you just bring in one or two or three partners and you just write up an operating agreement and do a joint venture. I'll talk about that too. It's a great way to get started. But if you're going to do bigger properties and you're bringing 10, 15, 40, 100 investors, that's a syndication. Those investors are going to be passive. Technically, that's a syndication. I'll explain more what that's like. But yeah, so I'm going to talk a lot about that because that's really what it takes to get the big properties done. Unless you got an uncle that's got $10 million who wants to invest with you, you're going to need to bring in 20, 50 investors and do it as a syndication. And there's a lot that goes into that. Anybody can do it. Probably going to be a little overwhelming your first time, but it's not rocket science. There's attorneys that can help you with it, things like that. So you can do it now. That's what I want to share a lot about. So people that have the information and the connections that they need to go do those bigger multifamily properties if they want to.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're going to raise money from investors, you need to know how to do it correctly because there are very strict rules that you need to follow. What do you think 2025 looks like as far as syndications, apartment investing? I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from the vantage point of what we have right now when we're recording this episode.
Brian, I think the top of multifamily, the most recent top was the spring of 2022. The Fed started raising rates in March of 2022. So we're 3 years past that now. It's hard to believe. We had quite a run up to 2022. So if you think you kind of missed the boat, well, you did on that run, but we're going to start another one. So I think it's an exciting time. I don't think we've bottomed. I think you're going to see better deals as this year progresses. And I think you might even see even better deals next year. So I actually think this is a great time to be getting into it. I think you want to be patient and careful right now because it's a tough time. Rents are kind of stagnant. Delinquency is a little higher. Occupancies are down. It's a tough time. Expenses are up. Everybody knows taxes and insurance are up, things like that. So it's a tough time right now. But Brian, that's a great time to get in. The lesser time to get in is in 2020 and 2021 and 2022 when everything seems easy. A lot of people that bought deals in those years are really struggling right now because they bought it too aggressively and too optimistically. And so that's actually not the best time to buy. I think now is a better time and I think it's going to get better. So I'm optimistic. It's been really tough to find good deals, but I think later this year and into next year, I think we're going to see better deals.
Yeah, all the more reason to come hear you speak at the Midwest Conference. What is your favorite hack or app?
Man, I don't have that much for that, Brian. I'm kind of old school. I mean, I am younger. I am a millennial, one of the older millennials, I guess. So I don't have very much. I'll tell you what, having my calendar on my phone and using that as my schedule is probably the best hack that I have. And I do put other stuff on that as well. So just everything goes into that. And I'll say one other thing, Brian, the time blocking. So I use my schedule for that as well. And I try to time block. I'm in and out of this. I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of it right now, where I say, hey, this part of my morning is for this. And I try, like, if I'm working, I'll have my computer open and I'm tempted to go get on LinkedIn and see what people are talking about and comment and post. And it's like, no, that's not what this time is for. Because when you're scatterbrained, when you're trying to do a bunch of things, you're not doing anything very well. So the time blocking and putting that on my schedule and sticking to it, it's kind of old school. It's not trendy. There's no AI involved, but that's the best hack that I've got that I'd pass on to others, that you ought to time block and put it on your schedule and stick to it.
Lee, you're going to be talking about apartment syndication, scaling success with apartment syndications, Thursday, April 24th, starting around 11 a.m. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing you speak. And once again, this is at the 2025 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference, which is being held April 24th and 25th. Right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the DeVos Place Conference and Convention Center. If you're interested in syndications, we're also going to be doing a panel Friday morning at 8 a.m. on syndications that I'll be hosting. And Lee, maybe we can get you to be part of that, but I think you need to check your schedule there. You can go to MidwestREIconference.com to get your tickets and find out more. We look forward to seeing everyone there. And Lee, thank you so much for doing this with me today.
Thanks, Brian. Looking forward to the conference.